A quick disclaimer before the video begins. Seeing as Repeat's main headquarters resides in California, everything said in this video and further videos discussing the matter falls under the First Amendment's freedom of speech. This video is in no manner meant to be defamatory speech. All evidence and points were made from personal and factual experiences or sources and fall under fair use doctrine of the US copyright statute for the purpose of constructive criticism and educational purposes. Repeat GG. An online tournament platform where you compete for real cash or prizes in your favorite games. The best part being that almost every tournament has free entry, meaning you can join a tournament, play as you normally do, and earn a small piece of the varying prize pools for yourself. Repeat has even sponsored countless content creators to promote their platform, such as Mertzy, promoting the Mertzy Cup with a $2,000 prize pool, and Sunless Khan, promoting the Sunless Khan Clash with a $3,000 prize pool. All free to enter and win. Repeat sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, if you think that, then you are correct. I have personally used Repeat services and have even directly profited from my performances. Without further ado, allow me to showcase and break down the flaws of Repeat's platform. Let's begin with the first major flaw, that being the Tournament Tracking API. In order to compete in tournaments, you must first play a sponsored game. For this example, we'll focus on Fortnite, as it is the game that I've personally had the most success with, and has the simplest workings. Before anything, you must have public match statistics enabled, so that Repeat may track your game performance. Once the setting is enabled, you're ready to partake. Everything is automated, and all you do is play the designated game mode within the designated time slot. Once the results tracking period finishes, scores are no longer tracked as they're finalized and price distribution is calculated. In Fortnite tournaments, you receive your prizes roughly 1 hour and 35 minutes after the tournament finishes. Sounds like a flawless system, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, it is. Winning a match of Fortnite updates your results mere minutes after the match concludes. However, if you were not to win your match, Repeat will continue to track said match for up to 10 minutes after your elimination, causing the first major problem. Merged results. Matches merge if you queue for another match too quickly, and this results in the total score of both matches merging into one. Repeat's solution to this problem is to simply divide the score by the amount of matches played, removing the possibility for unfair point tracking. So, take for example, if you happen to be eliminated early, queue too quickly for your next match, and proceed to win, your score will essentially be less valuable, meaning all your hard work, effort, and determination just got outclassed due to API limitations. If only there was some sort of evidence of this specific thing happening to someone during a live stream. I'm kidding, it happened to me.
What? And that's the finalists. What an dude, speechless. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. 33 elims, dog. 33 elims. Absolute cinema. Please let that be the second game. Please let that be the second game. Please let that be the second game. Please, I beg. Right now, I am on my knees, begging the Overlord. No! 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 I did not just get my points halved. I did not just get my points halved because of that. Are you... Oh, no! Don't do this to me.
There have also been instances of matches being updated well over the scheduled results tracking period. This is of course because of API limitations. I reached out in Repeat's official Discord, and this is the statement I received in response. Thank you to Tino Reyes for taking the time out of their day to reply to my inquiry. And that concludes the chapter about Repeat's API problems. Now we move on to my personal experience with Repeat, and oh my God, are we in for a treat. To provide a bit of external context, we must talk about Fortnite's skill-based matchmaking. I have been playing the game for over 5 years now, and due to my skill level, an average standard Battle Royale match is a law-accurate reenactment of the FNCS Grand Qualifiers.
What is this kid doing?
This is why I prefer to play Zero Build more often. Zero Build has a much less strict matchmaking system, meaning I can perform better, I can play more aggressively, and overall perform better when it comes to tournaments. Upon realizing this, I made the most of it. I played more Zero Build tournaments and found myself setting personal records, even coming in first multiple times with many 20, occasionally even 30 bombs. I developed a strategy, practiced my rotations until I eventually perfected my methods, allowing me to rotate efficiently, get as many eliminations as I could, and win. This, in turn, allowed me to place significantly higher than most, bringing in a lot of promising hard-earned profits. Unfortunately, my feats were not displayed on my repeat profile, so I contacted support and asked them to have my profile updated. This is where everything fell apart. After a short exchange of emails, Repeat had all the information they needed. But just over an hour later, I checked my emails again, only to discover a new thread. My account had been suspended. Reason being? Lobby manipulation.
You serious?
That is quite a bold reason to suspend somebody who had streamed themselves playing the game, evidently solo queuing into trios, the least, or if not, one of the most least skill-based game modes. Whilst yes, a good portion of the games had me running into bots, there were evidently other players present.
Gotta push that, otherwise he's gonna get the res, but I don't have the health for it. Like, look at that! Just sword gameplay! Get out! Get out of my game! You absolutely infuriating existence of a human creature thing, I don't know.
For those of you who didn't pick up on the clip, that is a victory crown. Victory crowns are only present in lobbies that aren't bot lobbies. I was eliminating players. These matches were tracked, meaning that they were not bot lobbies. Despite the mountain load of evidence that I was playing legitimate matches, Repeat insisted that since these lobbies were filled with AI, my results are not to be counted and that I should be suspended for lobby manipulation. This reasoning is simply absurd. By that logic, anybody playing any matches should get suspended, as bots are present in almost every Fortnite match. Whilst the most incriminating thing of mine was the overlay that I used to hide my screen during match starts, that was its only purpose. Views through the Repeat website would not display as actual Twitch views, and with me being a top performer, my stream would be featured, meaning anybody could grief my matches without me knowing. I could not afford the risk, so I hid my screen to hide when I queued, the battle boss route, and when I jump out. Upon a lengthy exchange of an email of me explaining to Repeat support just exactly how I put myself in this situation, they completely disregarded my statements, only for them to continue to double down on their course of action, advising me to play ranked only and change my servers from NA to EU. Worst of all, they didn't even bother updating my statistics. They just left them as they are. The fact that Repeat's extensive investigation took just over an hour really showcases how extensive it was, with my account being over a year old. Whilst you could argue that I was giving myself an advantage by playing in game modes where skill-based matchmaking was weaker, this was a core element of Fortnite itself. All I had done is simply pressed ready up in a game mode. It took repeat support, me personally reaching out to them about my account, asking for them to look through my history, only for them to instead suspend me for playing the game? My own personal progress has been halted, whilst other players who share this knowledge and continue playing can continue playing because they've not reached out to repeat. To really put the icing on top of the cake, I would like to read out a email I received that really put the final nail in the coffin regarding this entire situation. Hello, FW404. While I understand that playing in bot lobbies may not have been your intention, your account was still found guilty of lobby manipulation. To prevent this from happening again, I recommend switching your region to NA or EU, as these regions have the highest player populations. Additionally, playing in ranked mode can only further help you avoid bot lobbies. Kind regards, Game Support. Unfortunately, I just couldn't help to laugh once I saw this email, because it confirms that although I have done nothing wrong, I have not intentionally broke the terms of service, I haven't been an inconvenience to the platform, they are still going to suspend me anyway, which is... I mean... With that, I'm not gonna drag this video on anymore. There are many more things that I could sit and talk about, but I am not gonna do that here. If this video is received well, I will continue and upload perhaps a second, maybe even a third part. So, yeah, thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you have any suggestions, information, or even your own personal experiences, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And I'll personally get back to you whenever I can.